Hello and welcome to my RogueLands Ironman playthrough. In this second episode we're going to be going back through a couple of the levels and hopefully trying to get to Shroom Town. That's the goal anyway. Okay, so before we begin I'm going to throw a couple of things away just in here. Have I got one for Glow Shrooms? Yes I do. Okay, so we're going to try and finish up these quests. Maybe not the Galactosites one, but the scrap metal would be nice if I can sort that out anyway, so that's not too bad. Speaking of which, here we go. We didn't realise I had that, so that's cool. I can sell that. Kill the hive mind. That's interesting. And the 10 glow shrooms. Okay, we've got some stuff to think about. That's fine. Alright, in between episodes, I had a little think about what I want to try and get from this character. And I've recently done a build. You might see a video in the near future. It may already have gone up, just in case I finished it, because it's a bit more high production than this one. It's a bit, again, short form, kind of informative. Where I made a build that focused on dex and strength. So I might try and go for a similar kind of build here. And at least that way I've got protection from the bubble that I got. I've got some extra healing because it gives me a little bit of faith as well. But it's not going to be a melee build, which is what I usually run. Melee builds are consistent. Melee builds are engaging, but they are not safe. And what I'm going to do instead is go for a cannon. I don't usually use cannons. Cannons are just one of those things that I try and stray away from because in general they're a bit more difficult to control. Again, lances are interesting because they're equally as difficult to control. Excuse me, but to that same end, they have tech. They have things you can input to change how they function. I have all these. Not enough credit. Oh, if it was 5,000 each, that's fine. I'll get working on that. But yeah, you can tech them with lances, but you can't necessarily do that with cannons. So I generally stray away from them. But for now, I'm going to see if I can go in and see what I can achieve. But it means I know what I want, so that's fine. Okay, we're going to carry on as we are anyway right now until we get enough gear to upgrade. Oh, there we go. The double card, the classic. It's not a classic. It's probably happened before, but whatever. What I want to do is just carry on as we are, as this safe, relatively high amount of damage, until we get to a point in the game where I can upgrade my gear, which I don't really want to do unless the gear is high enough tier. So the only things I need to worry about right now are the shield and the helm, and I might get a better shield still. We will see. I'm going to pop one of those. That rock might get him away. That's alright, I can juke it. There we go. Oh, look at this! Why'd you do this to me, game? Why an Iron Man? I'll show you the Lance tech. Because of all the extra movement options. I'll show them anyway, I think. But yeah, this is a lot higher damage because it gives you extra stats. I'm going to stick with this for now. Because at least that way I've got something cool. Legendary drop from Muragorak. Wow. I don't even have this on my actual account. I don't have this on my main account. This is upsetting. But you know, it's just a regular lance. It doesn't have anything additional. It's not fantastic. I know, again, if someone's paying particular attention to anything I've said on the internet ever, I will eventually get around to doing bonus episodes for the Ultimate Weapon series, where I show off all the weapons that have additional effects that aren't Ultimate, such as the ones from Ring of War. And I'll show those off in a video and suggest their scale and things like that, and be able to inform you on that sort of thing. But it's not essential to be part of the RogueLands Ultimate Weapon series, so I'm in no rush to do them. I'll probably do them when I've done everything else, and I'm waiting for tier 4 and 5 gear to be implemented, if they ever will be. Looking at you, Mr. Young. But of course, for now, I'm more than happy to take it slow and just enjoy the game for what it is, which is really good. It genuinely is. If you haven't got this game, I don't mention this very often, but again, if you do not have RogueLands and you're interested to buying it, I've always got the link to the Steam page in the description of all my videos, at least the ones that are with RogueLands. So if it is a game you're interested in buying, click on that link. It'll take you straight to the page. I don't get paid or anything like additional money for telling you to go and buy it, but just do. It's a fantastic game. It's at least for me, I tend to jump around from game to game, and I mean that every few months, not like every couple of days. So my last big stint was Warframe. I played Warframe for... I bought it. I founded the game way back when. Played it for a while, then stopped. Waited for the game to see significant updates, and then went back and played it. And I've started. I want to say like February this year, and I've played. No, it's April. It's April. I don't want to lie. It's April. So I played in April, and then played all the way to about June, and then got back on RogueLands instead. it was after I finished. I got in the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta, and I played that for a while, and then decided I wanted some more free running, so reinstalled Warframe, and then I'm enjoying that sci-fi vibe at the minute, so I'm playing some RogueLands. Obviously, Starbound is officially out today. If you want to date the episode, possibly at all, that's today. It comes out today. The official release of Starbound, which I haven't played for a long time, but again, I do own. I bought it way back when, so I've got all of the like the soundtrack and stuff with it as well, which would be very cool. So I should level my shield next, actually, but I kind of just want to get my helmet to level 10 so I can upgrade it later. Another 10, really? Like this? Why are all the 10 chips around? Oh, whatever. I don't need them right now. Maybe later. Okay. So yeah, today's goal. The goal of this, which I should have done just before the dogs need feeding, thankfully. The goal for today. They might start moaning in a bit, so if you hear some like weird growly noises, you know who it is. It's probably Stan. Nelly doesn't make those noises, but they're both beautiful little dogs, so it's fine. But yeah, the way that it works, whatever I was just saying, which I do not recall at all. Words. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I give up. I give up trying to remember. Moving on. I'm not sure. Anyway, 56 damage per hit. I one-shot everything here except a Goraku with 4-shot. No. He's got more HP than I thought he did. I thought he only had 200. Maybe it's like 250. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm allowed to be wrong. It's okay. This isn't a place for facts. This is a place for fun. Not that they can't go hand in hand. People of the internet. Oh, a gold chest. I have no idea what's actually different in gold chests. They are the same, I think? I don't know. It's fine. It's okay. Right. Yeah. But yeah, actually, I can come back to this point now. Lances, which I did show off last episode as well, they are to swords what cannons are to guns, and the fact that they have these additional tech, like they always, if I put no additional input and a left click, I just dash forward a little bit. Cannons do that, but have like a knockback, and you can like press the opposite direction to like negate the knockback and play around with them that way, which is good, but it's not super useful. Unless you really need to run away from something. So yeah, the plan with this build anyway is to get the Vault Sniper, if anyone is familiar with it, which I'm not. I've never used it, but looking at what the wiki says, and I'm trusting it with a great pinch of salt, but I need to have some information from somewhere, so it doesn't really bother me if it's wrong. According to the wiki, the Vault Sniper does 2 strength plus your dex altogether, so it'd be the combination of my 2 highest stats, the 2 I'm focusing on, and the damage that it deals. It comes from like a fast projectile that's like the furthest projectile in the game. Like it travels further than any projectile otherwise, so I don't have to worry about projectile range. I can stay in at safe distance and kill enemies from a distance. I don't know if it could be fired off just horizontally or what, but that's what I've been told, that's what I've read, and that's what I'm going to try and stick with. Right, I should do my shield, that's what I thought. For those of you that are interested in that, by the way, it travels in this order. It goes weapon, shield, helm, armor, ring, weapon, shield, and so on. If you equip 2 rings, they both receive the same experience from the ring section, so do not fear if you've got that and you don't know what's going on with it. It is all okay. That's where it goes. It goes to both. It doesn't just go to one. You don't have to worry about which slot it's equipped in or anything to that end at all. Okay, right. Hello, Nelly. Speak of the devil. You alright, darling? Hello. Of course, it's very hot, so I have to sit with the windows closed. Oh, hang on. I haven't got that equipped. I'd sit with the windows closed, basically because I don't want any additional noise to be coming into the house, but it means my room's getting very hot at almost 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. So, as you can imagine, there's some stuff to think about in terms of staying warm or trying to cool off. And it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I've had to put a fan on, so hopefully you can't hear it too loudly. Hello, doggo. I had to put a fan on because there was just no point me not putting it on. I would have been boiling otherwise, and I can't work like this. Not like this. There we go. That's cool. Oh, just for a point of reference, if anyone does care. Hey, this is a great place to farm out world fragments in challenge level 3. If you do want to try and go for a ton of mystery gifts or ion tickets or light spawn crystals, which again, they do kill you. PSA, light spawn crystals kill you. So Ironman characters, don't bother, okay? Unless you want to kill yourself in style, which I may end up doing if I've got enough at the end and don't need any more of the thingies, the world fragments. I may do it, but in general, there's no point. Okay, another rock scarab. Now, I know I've already mentioned that the point of this character is to get the last whatever it's called, augment or uniform or whatever. But of course, even if I do it here, I've still got to do it on my main account, which is kind of sad. But the big problem, and I say this very kindly, is that there isn't enough character slots. Like, I cannot devote an Iron Man character in one of my 6 slots because I love the slots too much. I love making new characters, killing off the old ones, and exploring new weapons and stuff. And I need, at any given time, I need at least one character to be over level 100 so I can earn more champion badges. I need a character that can do damage in case I'm in a group situation, and whatever. I didn't need to get that. Oh well. I've got to remember to beep that out. Oh well. Then I need to always have something that can do damage. Basically, if I'm in a group situation where someone needs to do damage and no one else can, I'm there. I need to be in a situation where if I'm in a group situation, everyone else can do damage but no one can heal. I can do that, in which case I'm there. And then I've always got characters on the go. Like I've got my locksmith that can open chests for me, grind out like gear for like loot and drops for me, and open chests so that you get extra gear and more chances at rings and other things like that. And then I've got Roos for the Ultimate Weapon series as well. So it's not like I've got any slots left. I've got like a couple for extra builds, but I can't justify an Iron Man character in that space. It's just not something I'm willing to do. So I have to do it like this, unless there's some way to get additional character slots. And again, I've mentioned this to a couple of people before. Sean, if you're listening, I would pay real life money, additional real life money on top of what I paid for the game as a microtransaction to buy additional character slots. I would do it for this game. I love this game to no end. And if you said to me, each of those is the price of the game, again, you pay an additional, it's £7 here in the UK. If you pay another £7, you can have one more character slot. I would do it. And I would do it more than once, I'll tell you that. Obviously, I don't think it should be that much, but if it was, I wouldn't complain and I would do it. Like, the game is worth more than what I paid for it. I do a weird conversion, actually. I'm sure other people do something similar, where the money I earn hourly at work, and bear in mind, I don't work full-time. It's just what I get paid part-time. Whatever I earn hourly, I equate things I purchase to that as their own value. So, the national minimum wage here in the UK is like £6.50. I get paid a little bit more than that, so let's call it £7. So, if I spend £14 on a game, I expect to be able to get 2 hours out of it, because then I would have paid it back off if I'd worked it, right? So I want 2 hours, and anything you get after that is a bonus. So, to put that into perspective, this game, RogueLands, is 1 hour's worth of working, and as of the last time I checked, I spent over 220 hours in the game. So, if you really look at it the way that I do, and again, it helped me justify a lot of purchasing things in life, understanding the actual value of money and how much time that would need. So it's an hour in, an hour out, how it should be. I've put 1 hour in of actual money, and I've got 220 hours out, right? So that's like a huge value for money. And if you said to me, oh, RogueLands, you can't play it unless you pay for it again, I can justify that, no problem. You tell me that if I want additional character slots, I have to pay for them. I can do that, no problem. It's genuinely in a point, at least for me, where you say pay, I say how much. Never mind jump and say how high. It is fantastic. I love this game. Really, really do. And I shared it with a couple of friends who aren't super into it, but that's fine. I'm into it permanently, I think. Again, I said I swings and roundabout. Like, I just come about on a lot of different things in games, and I play them in bursts more than anything else, but at least here I'm committed to a service to people. I'm committed to this series. I'm committed to playing it how I want to play. And even if I spend a week not playing it as much as I usually do, as was the case a couple of weeks ago, it was in preparation for this. It was in preparation to spend an overt amount of time playing RogueLands, all in 1 week or 2 weeks as it should be. And then I can come back refreshed, happy, and we'll be good to play on just a little bit longer. And that's all it is. That's what this this game is to me. Right. Just checking the time. We're still good. I should level weapon, but there's no way I can turn it to ultimate weapon, so it's kind of pointless. I'm going to do shield. And I'll do helmet next again. Because I do want to get that to level 10. Although I do know there's not much point doing this to level 10 in this sort of level. You might as well try and get to one of the challenge levels, which I probably will do soon actually. There we go. Give some of that. Spot one of these. Beast, I need some shroom emblems. Galactocytes, hive mind, glow shrooms. Okay. I'm gonna do deep jungle, I think. I'm gonna do one more run of hollow caverns, see what pops up at the end, and then if nothing else, I'm gonna go back and go to deep jungle, which I said you shouldn't go to without at least being prepared, and it's dangerous, undoubtedly, but it's also another place where I can get early level stuff. And all right, Lenny, thank you. Oh dear. A milkshake that I drank earlier has been sitting incorrectly with me. I apologise. Did I open this? I think I did. Yes. So I'm currently sitting on 6,000 credits. I need a little bit more than that. Alright, where are you coming, Rock Scarab? There you are. I'm just going to throw one of these at you. That did no damage. Oh yeah, because I got rid of my thingy. Right. 140 damage on those. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. There we go. Not bad. Okay. First of all, give me something good. Mystery gift. Okay. What do we get? What do we get? Glowflies. Kind of useless. Probably sell them. Or throw them away, because they're kind of worthless as well. Okay. I'm just spamming out everything. There we go. There's another one. Just as I expected. Just as I prepared for. Just as I prepared for. There's a nice little rock scarab popping up here. Lenny tells me he's not very nice, but I think he's lied to me. Is it always the opposite direction of my cursor? It is! Ooh! That is interesting. What a bizarre combat chip. Genuinely, until last episode, I'd never really used it. I've used it in passing, but it's useless for movement. It's useless for damage compared to a lot of other things late game. But thinking about it, and I mean this, it's already 2 mana, which is the same as you'd get with, say, Mega Slash, with a Forsaker's Mask. And you're waiting on time for that. And doing stuff like that, if you were to hit every single enemy with it, or like the enemy with every single shot rather, you do quite a lot of damage. That is a very interesting concept to me. I will keep an eye on that. Perhaps it'll show up a bit more in some of the episodes as I'm playing around. Because again, I'm investing in strength and dex. Oops, I did a dash by accident, which I didn't mean to do. Just dash straight into danger. Okay, right. Oh, a third one. Very good. Can I do that? You can. It wasn't quite as good as I expected. Oh, well, we got it. We got it. It's fine. There we go. Right. Just jump back down. Alright, if this doesn't work, there's nothing useful at the end here. We're going to deep jungle, which is going to be... Oh, don't need to use that. Need to use this. Nah, I think that's the end of the level, which means I've got to go to the depth jungle. Depth jungle. There we go. Right, okay. Deep jungle it is, because I'm not going to ancient ruins yet. I'm a little bit apprehensive about it. Helm, thank you. Boom. Okay, I'm going to grab that actually. Fine. One of them. Kill you. Kill your friend. I think I need claw emblems. Are they tier 3 or tier 2? Tier 2. Okay, I need those 2 then. Alright, galactocytes. I've got 2 more, you can have those. Glow shrooms, I've got 5 more, you can have those. And that's it, I need to kill a hive mind as well. Okay, that's cool. Right, I'm going to get rid of this ghast bug, because that's tier 3. Chitin, which is tier 3. Alright, go and sell some stuff, use some everything that we got with us. No problem. Right, this one first. get these out of the way. I know it seems a bit obnoxious because these give you so little experience in the grand scheme of things. They're very useful for leveling to level 10 at the start because then you can delete the character if you miss out on something. But in that situation, again, it just gave me enough experience to just tip over a level without fighting anything. And in the long run, they do add up, even though they have a chance to give you 0 experience. They can also give you like nearly 100, I think. So there you go, that one gave me 0. But that's useful. Obviously, it's all useful, so I cannot complain overly for such a thing. Let's have a look. Right, I'll get rid of this, these. I think that's it. There we go. There's 5,000 credits. So I've got tons of credits now. Like, all things considered, I've got a significant amount of credits, and I am going to trash those. You don't get a lot, you get 2 for 1, but it's more to use, you know. Alright, what is it for a challenge level? 5,000. So as long as I keep 5,000, I am all good. I'm going to upgrade one of those, and why not? I'm running another thing anyway. I'll upgrade another one. So these can give you these, just like random emblems, and of course more world fragments. Again, I'm just going to use those to... Eventually, ion tickets is something I'm going to think of, but I'm going to worry about maxing all these out first. Oh, there's only 6 tiers, so the next one is just maxing out, takes everything. Just one full stack of credits, and that should max it out, which is quite good. I'd quite like that. Okay, the question is, do I stay with this, or do I use this instead? I stay with that, this is useless. Eventually, we'll be phasing it out anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I do need to go and do the deep jungle. I'm not too close to... not too close. I'm not too far off the halfway mark, so I'll run this a couple of times and we'll call that good. Oh, okay, there's a glitter bug, that's alright. Okay. So, welcome to the deep jungle, everybody. It's a bit of a pain. There's a lot of things here that fire projectiles, which is scary. Because projectiles are kind of dreadful in general. They're the things that are more difficult to dodge. Desolate Canyon has nothing that fires projectiles. The only thing it does have that's of any significance at all is... Can you come here, please, Mr. Glitterbug? That'd be great. The only thing that has any significance at all is the actual meteors, which aren't on this level. But they're also on the Hollow Cavern because the Hollow Cavern has them, and again, doesn't have that many enemies that fire projectiles until you get to the challenge levels, which is when it gets a little bit scarier. There we go, right. So, glitter bugs drop this ash and dust, which is completely useless, and mystery gifts, and also sometimes other things as well. Well, there you go. Not too bad. Creature claws, I don't... I should keep them. I should. Just to be safe. Alright, let's run around. Music here. Really good. It's probably some of the best in the game. It's very, I think it's very deserty though. But you know, it works for the jungle as well. Quite like it. It's a good song in general. Again, I think every song on this soundtrack's really good, even if they're not like all my taste, such as Demi Bosses. Oh, did you? What? Oh, thank God I got that on video. I'm gonna see that Cham Cham fall to his death. Demi Boss. Let's have a look around. Right, I need to try and get back to the start so that I don't trigger the hive mind here. I might trigger it here actually. Okay, so the hive mind isn't that difficult to fight, I'm not going to lie, but he does fire projectiles, which is awkward, because projectiles are a lot more difficult to deal with from a boss than from anybody else. Alright, I think this is near the start anyway. Alright, and the way we're going to do this should be the start, yep. The way we're going to do this is just do this. There we go. In general, you just pass over vines a lot. Do it for the vine, you know. And then, progressively, you're just going to summon the hive mind. So that's this guy. He moves very slowly, which makes him awkward. And he fires projectiles, which makes him annoying. And he poisons me, which makes me very upset. What are you doing? No! No, I gotta run! 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 No! Don't kill me! No! No! Okay. Okay. We're getting out of here. I do not like it. Oh, that was bad. Okay. We're coming back in. It's fine. So what happened there... I got poisoned, which isn't good. I'll admit that from the top. Being poisoned is very, very bad. and it progressively does damage to you, just like this. And the goal is to not get hit by anything that he throws out projectile-wise. Which, obviously, end-game goal, do that. But it's easier said than done. Absolutely. So in that situation, I tried to run away from the hive mind and generate enough space to dodge him and maybe heal up and go back in to fight him. But the two demi-bosses, the two mini-bosses, popped up at the same time. Which means, while I'm fighting the hive mind, I've now got to worry about 2 more enemies and trying to heal, which isn't good. So I just fled. I just got out of there like an entei. It's not worth it. And I stand by my decision, and it's okay because I can just go back in anyway. The same sort of thing can occur if you've got a meteor shower. You've got a choice to either stick around and try and hide or dodge them, because they can pop up at random on any of the levels. Or if you've got a space pirate attack, you can do the same sort of thing. Right then. But this is why this is one of the scariest levels in the game, and I mean it. It's really surprising because it's effectively the second level, and it's one of the hardest because it has poison. And status effects instantly make levels more difficult, which is why the monster trainer uniform is probably one of the best in the game, if not the best, as I would probably consider it to be. Also, these rhino bugs, those things that I just killed, that one right there that's dead, another one down here, they can also poison you if you touch their heads, touch their horns. So you can see it's now it's a rhino bug, yay! So you do want to be careful, and it's exactly why you need like a big old panic button, and I should have put the potions on my bar first, and I didn't. But we didn't die. I managed to clutch onto my life with kicking and screaming anyway, and we lived somehow. Alright. Okay, you dead please, thank you, you're dead now. Alright, this is a big place for vines. Alright. Just gonna wait for that to pass. So again, do it for the vine. Let's go. This is basically what you do if you want to summon the hive mind. You just find a vine and do this. Now in challenge levels, it doesn't attack these. I don't know if that was too loud. In challenge levels, these little orbs don't fire projectiles as they did just then. They actually fire. Oh, come on, man. It's okay, right, I'm gonna see if we can beat him anyway. I do not feel too comfortable with this. Okay, I've now got how much poison? 90%? Nope. Nope, in a basket. Alright, we're gonna run again. This isn't worth it. It's like, no way in hell is this worth it. Okay. Uh-oh. 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 I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. Uh-oh. Ah! This is awful! Okay, when I've got enough, I'm just going to dash in the portal, open this. Okay, pop another one down. And we're going to grab this. Number 2, heal myself. Okay. Whew. That wasn't worth it. This level is one of the hardest in the game. I swear down. When you're strong enough later on to just one-shot the boss, it's not a problem. But when you're this weak early into the game, trust me when I say this is not a simple task. And I mean it. All the talk I've said about showing it's possible, all the talk I've said about saying that this isn't that difficult of a game, it's just about understanding all of the encounters and the best way to move around those. That still counts, but it just goes to show if you let your guard down for a single second, you are in the crap basket. You are so lost, and all of your progress that you made this far, it's gone, all of it, and it's awful. So that was a lot riskier than it should have been, and I should have been more attentive. But I don't know how he kept hitting me. I must have got hit by things I wasn't looking at, and it just sort of manifested into my death. But that's fine. At least this way I'm able to maintain the character, come back to levels I'm a bit more comfortable with, and move on. Move on with my day. Alright then, that's a good enough time, if I've ever known one, to have a little bit of a break, don't you think? So, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, or maybe even 30 seconds. Feel free to skip the ad, whatever you want to do. But this is just a little break in the middle for me and for you to just get a breather. If you want to quit and come back later on, of course, it's still available to watch. It's all available online, as you know. So I'll see you in just a second. And we are back after a small account of genuine fear. We're going to go back to the ship. I'm going to... Actually, no, there's no point. There's no point going back to the ship, I don't think. I haven't got that much to sell, to be honest. That's fine. Right, the goal today was to try and get to Shroomtown. I'm going to keep trying to do it. I took a bit of a sidetrack to try and see if I could do the hive mind for this quest, and unfortunately, that wasn't the case. What I do want to do is at least try and finish up any of the quests I can do here. Hive mind I'll leave for now, but I can do 10 glow shrooms if I can get to Shroomtown, which I'm not particularly scared of, thankfully. So, back into the world. Back to normality, back to safety. Ow. Back to safety. This is refreshing. The nice relaxing song that rolls in Desolate Canyon is better than the deserty sounds of death that is the Deep Jungle. And again, I will stress, I think that Deep Jungle is one of the hardest levels in the game. I genuinely do. Poison is... Well, all status effects are no joke. Poison and burn are significantly worse than frost, but as I mentioned earlier, the first time my character died, well, a significant character died, was when I didn't respect the frost and I died to it, because it was too slow and I couldn't do anything else. Okay, come here, alright, there we go, you get dead please, there we go, and kill that wasp as well. Cool. So I was trying to check my inventory and move at the same time, didn't quite work to plan. That's all good. Just keep going on. Thankfully, we've started to earn enough of this early level stuff again that I'm able to make another attempt at trying to get some legendary or epic armor. But I'm not quite at the stage where I can get rid of everything here because I need to get to tier 2. Which again, Shroomtown's kind of the start of tier 2 stuff, which is why I want to get there for today. If I get to Shroomtown, I can, at least if I get some portals there, if I get to Shroomtown, I'll be able to start getting tier 2 stuff, which allows me to start making my cannon that I want to get. And all being well, I should be able to start doing challenge runs of this place very, very soon. So that'll be nice if I can get to that as well. But I would like some tier 2 gear for that sort of thing anyway. Right. Okay, that should be the level cleared up to the point I'd been to. Have I missed anything, have I? No. It's pretty easy to forget, and I apologise that it might be boring to see me just jump around levels endlessly. But I like to do is make sure I've got everything, make sure I've got all the things harvested, all the enemies dead. If I can kill them, anyway, so that I'm not going to worry about missing out on experience. And at least this way... I'd encourage you to do the same, anyway, and at least that way you'll be able to achieve conquest over all the different planets as you move through them. But mark my words, okay? Mark my words. As much as I hate the Deep Jungle, and if you are playing an Ironman character, or you're playing a character you don't want to die, as an earlier level character, I significantly recommend to you that you do not do it until you are high enough level to basically just avoid any threat from there. So I vow to you now, when I'm strong enough to go and kill the hive mind in one shot, I will go back and I will kill him. That's all I'll do. I'll go back, I'll one-shot the hive mind, claim my victory over that level, and then go back about my business. But that is something I am now indebted to do. It's a contract between myself and these wonderful people on the internet, known as yourselves. And I will do it. I will achieve such a task, because it is not difficult, and I'll prove it's not difficult. It's just scary right now, okay? But that's what I need. That's what I need to say. It's out there. You have to hold me to it. But when I'm strong enough, I'll do it myself. I promise. Because it's that was quite the show. 2 in a row. I had to break out the big boy potions and everything. I wasn't happy with that at all. Right. Just wait until Molten Crag. That's going to be fun. Oh dear. I am quite scared of trying to do Molten Crag. You can make it relatively easy by comparison by getting an advanced combat chip called Prism. It's not very good in general. Oh, come on. What's this? There we go. That bugged out again. Fantastic. it's interesting because you get this thing called Prism, and Prism makes it so you can't be afflicted by status effects. So poison, nope. Frost, nope. Burn, nope. It's an incredibly safe combat chip, but it's also kind of useless. It's meant to be like an upgraded version of Bubble, but it doesn't do what Bubble does when I think it should. But it's got its own little flavour. It's got its own little effect to worry about. I thought I killed that. There we go. So it is good. It's useful, but to the same effect, there are other things as well that do it better, such as the Monster Trainer uniform, which again, I think I mentioned last time, is probably the best uniform in the game. Probably. I don't really think there's another one that can quite contest it. The stats that you can get from a uniform, in general, aren't as good as being able to just like make every planet effectively the same amount of threat, other than dealing more damage to the bosses. When you get to level 100, you one-shot them all anyway, for the most part. So, you know, it's not that difficult at that point. But until then, it's a bit of a tough one. So I'm gonna have to try and make some anti-fire potions before I do Molten Crag. Maybe if I start doing anti-poison before I try and do Deep Jungle, but I'll try and avoid like the plague as much as I can. And I would like, while I'm still here in the Hollow Caverns, I would also like some portal uses. This is not a good place to fight you, but I will do it. Oh, you come on. This isn't as accurate as I remember. There we go, that's alright. Killed him pretty fast. I'm going to have to do a little bit of a fall. Oh, well, I just messed that up. That was awful, wasn't it? Oh dear. Oh, God. Come on. Meteors, man. So hard to dodge. Right. So, I've got to keep going through Hollow Caverns. Hopefully, I'll get some portal uses. That would be very nice if I could. And at the other side of that, I should be very happy to continue on through the game and hopefully get to Shroomtown and also get some portal uses there. Again, the first 3 levels being Desolate Canyon, Deep Jungle, Hollow Caverns are the 3 that sort of introduce you to all the mechanics of the game. Desolate Canyon is the one that introduces you to everything, to how to kill monsters, how to dodge meteorites, what you can interact with, what you can't. Hollow Caverns is the one that teaches you that certain bosses, spawn in different ways, and that there's different ways to approach them, and they have different models and do different things. And then Deep Jungle is the one that makes you do it yourself. So those are the three elements of the game that you need to understand clearly. And then when you're done with that tutorial part, which is the first tier that gives you these sets of things, then you move on to tier 2, which gives you like Monster Claws and Shroom Emblems. And these are tier 3, which I actually probably should get rid of. It's gone now. It's gone. It's late. It's over. See you later, mate. And this is tier 2 as well, Dung Beetles. So, when you get to the second set of planets, so the tier 2 planets as it were, I mean, this is technically a tier 2 planet because it still gives you Orichalcum, which is the second tier. Oh, come on. Something doesn't feel right. This means that something's about to happen. It's either going to be Space Pirates, which is great, or it's going to be Meteor Shower. So I'm going to just make my way through the level as fast as I can. Meteor Shower, right. This is what Bubble's for. Right. Okay. A bit scared. Kind of don't want to summon the boss, but I'm kind of on my feet anyway. Okay, right. Hey, portal uses, that's what we needed. Okay. So I'm using Bubble just in case you get hit by something like that, and it does less damage, especially when you're going up places quickly. You might get hit by things just on the fly, unfortunately. But at least we're safe. We made it through. The Meteor Shower stops here. Get a bit more experience. Where are we? Level 4. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, yeah, they scare me quite a lot. Again, you can lose runs to those because you just get hit by stuff. But Bubble is very, very useful for avoiding the damage they can deal. And I did get another mystery gift. Probably going to get nothing good. That's fine. I'll use these as well, actually, while I'm here. Okay. And I'll check with Questy McGee. Galactosites. Glow shrooms. Did I get any more? I have no glow shrooms. Oh, I do have 6. There we go. There we go. Give me my scrap. Where's my scrap? Have I got no scrap? Oh, I do. There it is. 400. Okay, yeah. 10 squirms. They are from the Plague Lands. That is not going to happen. I'm going to finish with the Galactosites. Maybe hold on to this with the Hive Mind, but ignore that one for now because I'm not going to do that. I'm not strong enough to do the Plague Lands. I do not pretend to be. Okay, at least now we've got some portal uses to get back here, so I don't have to worry about that. All being well, we won't run into Gru. Gru is another mini-boss. He's probably the hardest of the mini-bosses. Unless you accept the theory that I propose that Caius is a mini-boss in the Demon's Rift. And that there's another boss coming. Again, actually, I'll probably detail that while we're here. I posted it on Reddit a little while ago. The theory is, and again, this is my theory, no one else's. I did get input from Sean, the developer, if you don't know, but all I got was a full stop from him, which neither, denies nor confirms what I've said. So it really could be anything at this point. But I think Caius the Watcher Demon isn't the actual boss of Demon's Rift, and there's a bit of controversy there because obviously he does give you the gold bordered icon, the trading cards that bosses give you. But I think he's just the boss for now because there's something else in the works. So the game's been officially released. Not to say it's still not in development, it's still in development of some sort. But the game's been officially released and we've never seen a change to the Demon's Rift. And that's weird to me, because every other level seems to be relatively fleshed out with a decent variety of enemies before the game is released, including the Whisperwood, which is the level that comes directly after Demon's Rift. So, Demon's Rift currently has one enemy, which is Caius, meaning it can be abused for leveling gear, which is fantastic for me. But in general, that's odd. Let me just get that ash and dust for nothing. I think it's odd that it's not finished before the game was released. And obviously there's some things in the game. There's an item called Demon Brew, which hasn't been removed. It's a potion you can make that says it takes you to the Demon Realm. Like, that's what the description is. But obviously the Demon's Rift's already a level. The Demon Realm, if it exists still, we can't access, and currently the item does nothing. Even though its description said it takes you to the Demon's Realm. So there's something at work there. I think there's something a bit deeper than what we can take for at face value. And then a couple of weeks ago I went and bought the soundtrack before the Humble Bundle came out. I just found it because the game was out, and therefore the soundtrack should have been as well, because I thought it was really good. Wanted to buy it and support Boyzu as well as Sean by showing more support for the game. And in the sound files, because I did encourage people to buy the soundtrack in the last episode of this one, bulk recording is very confusing. In the sound files, the actual the list of songs that's in the game, there is one called Demi Bosses, which is the soundtrack that plays in Demon's Rift. It's not the one that plays it's Helmet Music. It's not the one that I'd associate with it, because there's another song to do with demons, and it's called like Demon's Land or something, or like Hell or something. I don't know, not off the top of my head. But it's the best track in the entire soundtrack, in my opinion. It is the best song, and it's not in the game, which is weird because we have a level specifically for demons and it's not in that level, which makes me think that again there's something more at work. We've got an item that doesn't work. We've got an enemy that guards, called a Watcher Demon, by the way. So my main proposal is, what is he watching? There's no TV around, that sort of thing. But for that level to be as it is, there's got to be something else there. There's got to be something with the Demon Brew because it hasn't been removed. There's got to be something with the soundtrack because there's a song, and as I said, it's what I largely consider to be the best song in the soundtrack. Hello, Gru. He's the enemy I didn't want to fight. And I am apprehensive. I'm not entirely sure. This dude's got like 6,000 HP, by the way. Come on, just trying to concentrate. Okay. Can you stop pooing out these guys, please? Ow. Gru. Come back. There we go. Okay, I leveled up twice. That's not great. Although I did think I saw all of the stats come up, which might be alright. Anyway, so on the Demon's Rift, there is of course Caius, but what's he watching? There's Demon's Brew, which hasn't been removed from the game, which makes me think it has a use, but it's not currently been found, or it hasn't been implemented. Then of course there's an additional song that currently isn't being used in game, even though it's a fantastic song, and would otherwise have a home on Demon's Rift as a level. Which means to me there's either another Demons level, there's another level about demons, and someone more significant than Caius is there, someone that's more of a boss. To hit, for him to be a demi-boss, there's someone that's got to be better than Caius, a demon that's stronger, a demon that's bigger, and more than just Azazel. For anyone says that, because he's got the final boss theme. But, you know, Caius, he's hiding something. I think there's something going on. And like I said, I put it on the Reddit and I got a bit of feedback for it, and Sean did, I asked him to respond and he put a dot and input no further, which makes me think he's obviously making the Demon's Rift level or whatever it should become. He's obviously making it, that's without a doubt. He's still developing the game and I can't see that he wouldn't do it. But to have such a drought on the level and the game to be officially released within that drought, I think something more's at work. And given that that song's not there, there's either going to be an additional level added, as I said, an additional level that's one where Caius is overshadowed by a better demon that has that sound, and that's why we got a different song. Or we'll see something like Demon's Brew that you can use while you're in Demon's Rift that takes you to Hell or remakes the level and makes it so you fight against the proper boss of Demon's Rift rather than just Caius, who's watching. And I think that's the point, at least in Christianity, and I don't know how far this is going to go. In Christianity, there's, I suppose, in Judaism and stuff as well, I'm not super familiar with it. It's not necessarily that I'm religious, because I'm not, but I'd like to make reference anyway to what people call human mythology, and that is that things like the Greeks, who had like so many gods and stuff, Christianity had God, but then of course the War of the Angels, the fall of Lucifer, things like that, which is interesting to me, obviously seeing it as like a fantasy standpoint, like a human mythology, human fantasy. It's very interesting to see it as a story where a god, someone who is omnipotent and non-existent, is capable of making earths, of worlds, of life, but is also capable of great wrath and destruction, referenced many times throughout the Bible. Then I think that, you know, to have a watcher in that, from the angels at least, the watchers for the angels are ones that lived on Earth, ones that lived among the humans, and oh yeah, Shroomtown, we made it! We made it! The Watchers lived among humans and watched over them. They were people capable of their own thought, capable of operating without God, and they lived on Earth, and that's what they did. That was their job, and that's cool. I really like that idea. So a Watcher demon, by extension, should be the same thing. It should be a demon that lives among others, that lives away from hell, either on behalf of or as an agent of a greater being. So let's consider just for a second that Demon's Rift eventually gets changed, Caius boss fight changes to another boss, and we get the song in. Everything I've said is gone. That's not going to say anything. But consider you go into the Demon's Rift, you drink Demon's Brew, and either the level changes around you or you get teleported to a new level in Crash Bandicoot 3 style, where you just like, it's in a level, touch a signpost, go to another level, you know, and you get teleported to the proper place, but you have to kill Caius first or something. So you kill Caius, you go to the next layer down, and you fight a different boss. You fight the proper boss. The real song comes on, and it's a different fight. And all these different things, like little pieces of evidence that exist, has led me to speculate that sort of thing, that Caius isn't all he cracked up to be. And I hope we'll get to see something like that in the near future, hopefully in a couple of patches, because I'd like to see it sooner rather than later. But of course, only time will tell, and I won't be upset if that isn't the case, Sean. Of course, this game's fantastic. Like I said, I've already got my money's worth 220 times over, so if that's not the case, that's no problem. But to have something that interesting, that complex, that cool would be excellent. I would love it to no end. So do whatever you see fit, in case you are listening still, Sean. But of course, I love the concept that would be a thing that would happen, and I hope to some end it does. So there we go. Right, Shroomtown, back on task, back on the video. This is Shroomtown. Shroomtown is a tier 2 planet. Tier 2 because it gives you a lot of tier 2 gear, such as glow shrooms, such as dung beetles, such as monster claws. I don't think it gives you orichalcum though. I might be wrong. I don't think there's any rocks here actually to mine. But this is a place where Bubble gets a bit more use as well, because projectiles are everywhere. And it's very easy to get hit by a single projectile. It won't kill me, but it'll do a lot of damage. But thankfully I'm strong enough to kill the enemies in one shot. Okay. But I do want these glow shrooms. and I do want the monster claws, and I do want everything, so it's a good planet to be. It's a good place to be. I'd like to end this episode very, very soon, but it's going to be achieved by... okay, there's a shroom bully, great. Oh, I got hit by one, oops. That's what I mean, I was reading and I didn't see it. Okay. Oh, come on. What the hell, man? Yeah. But I'd like to get some portal uses here first, at least, because I want to show everything on camera, so this one might be a little bit long, it might be a little bit short. We'll see which way it ends. I think I'm still good for about 5-10 minutes, maybe. Okay. I'm just enjoying the music, by the way. Shroomtown is another one of my favourite tracks. It's probably my favourite one in the game right now, because of course the Demons one isn't in the game. Sean, whatever that's about. But yeah, I thought that's an interesting tangent. I thought that was an interesting thing to talk about. It's relevant to the game. Be cool. I'd like to be able to have a story every time have an episode. That'd be really cool, but I don't know how long that would sustain itself. Alright. As Wallace, he gives you a mod every time, or he gives you the lance that's on his back. Sorry, Mr. Red Shroom. Now you're a dead shroom. Oh yeah! Rhyming. Woo! Right. So... let's... I'm gonna drop down a bit. Oh no, I'm not. I want this. Give me them shrooms. Hup! Ow, he still hit me. That was upsetting. All dead, thank you. Bye bye. Okay, we've got a shroom wizard. Ah! This thing's got quite a lot of HP. As long as you can keep pushing it back like this, though, you generally don't get hit. I got it. See, kind of cool, kind of interesting. It's a strange fight because it can summon mushrooms to fall down you like meteors, which I did show off very briefly. But of course, I prefer not to die, so who cares, right? Whatever. Right, let's keep going. I'd like portal uses, please. Oh, there's another shroom wizard. There's some more of the things falling. There we go. That was a bit of a cleaner fight, I guess. Except there's more things around me. These are the types of places where experience against enemies and like understanding how to dodge things is a lot better to actually make. Yes, portal uses. It makes it a lot better, a lot easier to play around. And there's the shroom boss as well. So I'm just gonna open this, pop one of these, and we'll go and kill him. That is really interesting. I like this a lot, actually. Except I missed. Ah, why you make me miss? Again, his oh, never mind, that's crazy. His animation is very interesting because he moves around, jumps a bit, and then opens his mouth, and then the projectiles comes out, so you can kind of see when it's going to be. Right. I'm not ready for Ancient Ruins. That's also a tier 2 planet, but I'm not ready for that just yet. So, helmet! Got it. There we go. Halfway through level 5, that's not too bad. Alright, I'm going to buy this. And... right. Okay, so that is just about all the actual combat we're going to have for today. I'm going to go and sell some stuff at the ship now that we've got a few more portal uses to the different planets. As you can see here, Desolate Canyon, don't go there, Hollow Caverns and the Shroomtown, which is great. So I'm going to go and sell some stuff. Excuse me, mister, would you like to buy some things from me? Very nice. That should be those sold. Then, yep, I'm going to need to sell my scrap. Very good. And we're going to check if you've got anything. I think I can finish this one. Oh, I did it. Never mind. Galactosites, anyone? I don't have any. That's okay. That's okay. So, next time, hopefully I'm going to be able to do some challenge runs. Some challenge level 1 runs in Desolate Canyon. I don't want to go too far. But in there, I know there's quite a lot because I'm quite intimate with those runs at least. The issue I'm going to run into is Uragorak's got 2,000 and a bit HP. So, I mean, that's the boss fight. Everything else is about 100 HP. It's nothing too crazy. But we're going to see what we get. Not what I meant to press. I will. Anything good? Anything good? Anything good? Nope. That's fine. Okay. Chitin I'll probably keep now. I'll put these on here. And I'm actually going to use some of these to upgrade a couple of these. I need to keep 5,000. That's fine. So I'll keep that for now. Anything else I need to keep? No. So yeah, we're going to do some crafting next episode. We're going to maybe make a few more potions. I might try and get a better bit of armor. I might try and get a better shield maybe, because I've got a lot of this stuff that I probably won't need that much of, to tell you the truth. We're going to try and grind through a bit more of Shroomtown, which I've shown I can do. It's not too bad. But the main thing is going to be challenge level 1 to try and finish up my helmet. It'll take a fair few runs. But we're trying to see if we can get that helmet leveled up. And hopefully start getting some more legendary gear, which is what we really want. Last episode we ended at 22. This episode we're ending at 35. So it's 13 levels we got this episode. That's really, really good. It's about the level of progress I wanted to make. Hopefully I'm you know, aiming for like... It's risky because you can do Ironman runs in about 7 hours, but trying to talk through stuff and having a few problems that I've had and recording, it's probably going to be closer to like 12, 13, maybe a bit more. But that means I'll have a ton of episodes for you guys, so hopefully you are enjoying this series. Again, let me know if there's anything you want me to change, and I'll get to it just about as soon as I can. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. Stay subscribed if you want to see more. And until next time, look after yourselves, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again. Okay, so the Hive Mind isn't that difficult to fight. He moves very slowly, which makes him awkward, and he fires projectiles, which makes him annoying, and he poisons me. What are you doing? No! No, I gotta run! 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 I gotta run!